What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll tell you what, today I am down at the media day, the day before it's open here at the Hershey RV show, just trying to shoot a couple videos. I'm more about kind of meeting some folks that, you know, like my channel and all that, just kind of doing some meet and greets, maybe talk to some vendors. But I want to do about 4 or 5 different videos of the most interesting new floor plans that are down here at Hershey. And this one definitely comes up on the list. And it's not necessarily the floor plan itself, because this is the 2026 Passport 2600 FK. And there is a lot of travel trailer brands with a front kitchen. They sell well, they look cool, and they just work out really well for space. But this one has the atrium style slide, and I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are. And I know they want some feedback as well. So drop as many comments as you think are necessary. And if you guys don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button for daily RV content. Now, since this is brand spanking new, I'm gonna try to put the specs up, assuming that they are published, at least what I can, down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV, where I'm sure they don't have pricing of this yet, but you can give them a call and, you know, see about some pricing. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Again, it's the 2026 Passport 2600 FK. And I'll tell you what, Passport got a little bit of a makeover here. They look really cool. They have things like plenty of storage. I love how the fuse box is in the closet. But I'll tell you what, man, this is just different. It is funky. I don't know if I love it. I definitely don't hate it. I definitely, there's some things to find out about it. Now, I know structurally they have spent over 1,000 hours testing this window, so I believe them on that. But you also have the night shades, and it just feels crazy pulling out the old Dracula shades up on the top. I mean, what do you guys think? It is just absolutely crazy. I love the backlight. I'll tell you what I would really like to do, truthfully, is, and maybe I can achieve that this week if Hershey doesn't close early, I would love to come out at night, because I would probably close those windows during the day, keep the heat out, but then at night, laying out on this big old couch right here. I love how the dinettes are. It's also kind of cool because it's also like the Keystone itself, which is pretty neat. So it's kind of like their logo in a table. But man, stargazing in this thing would be absolutely fantastic. Imagine laying your head down there and looking up, and you're just snuggling with honey buns. You got the stars on a cool night. You got some windows open. It's too freaking cool. I don't know. Let's check into here. Let's dive into the details. So you got storage up under here. So it's not going to be a ton of extra sleeping in this unit. It's just going to be what you have there. But then you flip it around and you're kind of back over to classic front kitchen setup. But again, plenty of room for rainy day space. A lot of cool features. We'll see how that goes over with you all. And then you even got things like the old apple juice opener, baby. Since cracking apple juices since 1996. And then, you know, usually it's the octopus guy, but that's like the octopus guy's dumb cousin right there. You know, hang your towel on me. And then you have the little dimmers right here, which is cool. So you have the, oh, that's awesome. It's a dimmer in the slides. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that before with that setup. Then you have the barrel roofing for good slide height. Like, for instance, I am 6 foot, 6'1" maybe, with the old Birkenstocks on. And you're looking at about 6'7" for head height here. A 10.7 12-volt refrigerator as well. So that's going to be nice for all you people that are, yeah, a week's worth of food, no problem for a couple. You know, I would say, unless you're doing a lot of like frozen pizzas or whatnot, because you got the oven to cook it, baby. You got a 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. Passport is using the solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. And I like how the beading right there looks too. It's just a clean fit. Passport and me have a long history. It's one of the first brands that I actually ever sold back at a dealership that also sold trucks in Ohio. I sold Passport, and I always really liked them. Maybe it's just because I sold them first, and it's the first time in my life, you know, I ever made money. But yeah, pretty neat. I like Passport. They got a soft spot in this guy's heart. Farm style sink right here, and then you got one of the craziest shower heads. It's just whoosh, 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 hitting those dishes from all angles and more. So pretty darn crazy. You can flip it like that and like do rainfall or like this and more kind of direct force. So pretty darn cool. What do you guys think about the window and the fact that the countertops are 2 different levels as well? So a little bit different. It actually lowers your cost down just because it's not one piece. It also makes it a little bit more easy to replace if, you know, maybe your dingling grandkids slam over a huge you know, a huge elbow on it. The people's elbow, as The Rock used to say. I don't know if you guys ever watched WWE, but The Rock and Stone Cold, those were some good times. Triple H doing his thing. That dude's still roiding out. Convection air fryer microwave too. I forgot to point that out. So convection air fryer, you can get your green beans going. You know, your roast. It's got roast mode, which is pretty cool. 1 AC, possibly 2. We'll see here. This thing comes in at about 31 feet, so I think 2 would be pretty nice, especially with the windows. It's got to add a little bit to heat if you're going to leave them in for sure. The Inaflame fireplace to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. And then you have the Connex 40-inch soundbar TV here too as well, which is pretty darn cool. Look at that. But your Netflix is all that. Shotgun style bathroom. So, you know, you don't have to worry about getting trapped by the pooper because you do have a secondary door back here. You have your Furrion control for your heat and AC. A little bit of storage. And I like how they didn't go overboard with the countertops here, so you have a lot of good walking around room to show off the old bowling gun, baby. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you flip it around. You got your porcelain foot flush throne, so it's going to be good for you roundies out there. And then you do have a 36 by 32, it looks like, for the shower. And then you got the little, you know, curtain right there too. But let's go ahead and stand in this thing, because it's on an angle. Oh yeah. That's nice. I'd say 6'3", 6'4". If you're really tall, you can kind of lean that way and you can get things going. Got yourself a king bed, so you can do king-like activities in here. Got a little switch for the nightlight right there. Overhead storage. And then let's see what we got for storage here up underneath. So you got pull-out drawers. And a little bit of storage right there too as well. Nothing too crazy. You probably have some exterior storage, which we'll see if we can fit around the corner. The other thing too, you have a TV mounting bracket. But just to give you a little bit of extra hanging room, because I'm presuming you have some over there, they do have these, which are, you know, collapsible as well, which I think is pretty cool. If you're not TV people, you have the ability to pack away a couple extra things. So that way maybe you can use this, you know, a little bit longer, you know, onto your trip. Overall, pretty darn cool. I like the front kitchen floor plan. We'll see about the atrium style window, but then back here in the back, you got a really nice, good viewing window as well. Hardwood window treatments. Very cool. But all right, guys, again, it's the 2026 Passport 2600 RK. Now we're just going to take a couple moments out here on the inside or on the outside and show you what she's working with. But right there, you do have the second AC. I believe that is probably going to be optional, I would imagine. But you got the dual axles on this thing. Let's see if we got a, let's see if we have a weight sticker on this. 2600 FK. All right, so 30 feet, 10 inches, dry weight, 7,140. So, you know, all your half-ton towables, you'll be good there. Pass-through storage, and it also kind of rounds out there underneath the bed. You also have slam latch doors, and what's pretty cool, they're actually using the metal kind of fancy ones. They got a little extra beef to them for the slamming. Rock guard up in the front with your molded fiberglass here up top, the LED lights running down. And then you're gonna see you have your power tongue jack, 2 20-pound propane bottles, so you can exchange those down at the campground. And then it's kind of interesting. You got your battery disconnect right there. I actually haven't seen a 12-volt distribution box. I haven't actually seen that before. That's pretty darn cool. And then you got a place for your batteries. Looks like you can put 2. I don't know if that's just a cooler way of housing it or if that's something special. I have to make sure I ask the rep. Heated and enclosed underbelly, of course. You also have your power jacks, and then you have the back end of your Suburban on-demand hot water heater. Plus you have an awning extending across the top with your 2 exterior JBL speakers. You're also going to see you have the composite material. They almost look like they're like 3D printed, but you have the steps that seem to be very popular amongst people. I haven't actually had them for long, but they're stairs. I mean, they can't be really better or worse. I don't know. The griddle right there, so you're whipping up all the fixings, baby. Cooking yourself up some burgers, some eggs. If you're my sister and like go vegan, you can have some Seaton. Now, I had some of that one time. Pretty good. I think it was teriyaki Seaton. I don't know what the heck it is, but it was pretty tasty. ST225-75R15. So you have your 15-inch Goodyear tires, hookups for your outside cable, and again, your 2 marine grade JBL speakers. Now heading around the back, same stairs as the front and the back, so they didn't cheapen out and go with the aluminum steps back here. You have a bumper with your bracket and your spare tire, along with your 50 amp connection, since it does have the 2 ACs. Lippert on-the-go ladder. One thing that's nice about Passport is they are a fully walkable roof. as well. Not all travel trailers are going to be fully walkable roofs. You also have your backup camera prep. And then, of course, you are able to put on slide toppers on the top of this as well to prevent debris from falling on top of your unit. Cable slides. And then you have the Dexter with the Torflex axles. Let's see here. Torflex. Rubber torsion suspension axles. And let's see here. Where are the dumps? So you got your dumps right here and one right there. And then I'm not fitting through there. So I think that about wraps it up, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, it's the 2026 Passport 2600 FK. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the slide windows. Have a great day. See you.